Hello and welcome to KUZA MZIKI. This is an amazing show where we say you be smarter and be better. And it's all about music business. Our goal and our aim is to have impact, not only in this beautiful country, Kenya, but in Africa, in Europe, in Asia, the US, all over.
Yeah.
Mike, my man, and Nonsizi, how are you?
Good.
Man, you know, the other episode we had Nonsizi, and we had an amazing conversation about the music release process.
Yeah.
And time flew like crazy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to continue the conversation.
You might need to give me a sitting allowance, man.
No. I think, look. No, you're family, Nonsizi. You know that. You know, this is home for you. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd like us to continue the conversation, actually, you know, where we left it. And I would like us to start on how do you determine an effective strategy on music release? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
An effective strategy. Wow. Of course, times have changed a lot.
Yeah.
The way we used to release music when we were starting is not the same way we are releasing music. So a good publicist, first of all, need to be in touch with the ground and see what is happening. A good strategy will be determined by first, who is the artist? Are they established? Do they have other songs? Do they have other music that works? Or rather, are they new artists? And what is this song all about? That's why I remember I talked about understanding the music. What genre is it? Is it a danceable song? Is it an emotional song? Is this song a song that is going to bring out emotions? So understanding the project is very key. For example, if you're singing about, the songs about grief and all that, of course the strategy is going to be very different. Because there we might have to incorporate the artist telling their story. Are they comfortable telling their story? And we might have to ask different people to share, a part of their grief process if they're okay with it. If it's a danceable song, that's why we have TikTok nowadays. You see songs are going there. Dance challenges. But again, like I heard Mike say, is it a danceable song? Please don't force issues. Come on, raise it too. Just let it be a song that and some again. So you could strategize yourself according to what you think will work best. Then you release the song. Then the song takes a life of its own. It sways you to a whole new direction. Then you guys pick up on this new direction that the song is taking. So I always tell artists, we'll have the strategy. That's why I first of all want to understand the artist. Where do you want to come from? If it's again an artist who is established, they need to do the whole media tour. Sit down and select top 5 radio stations and shows. Top 5 radio TV stations and TV shows. Again, top 5 magazines. Top 5 newspaper articles or whatever, or you select and then you say good to go, right? Again, if it's a new artist, you might need to exhaust them everywhere because what you're doing is creating awareness. So again, I have goals, have objectives of what is guiding you so that you don't do things blindly. But I tell artists, be very open-minded. Because music is this one game that will surprise you every day. Like we always say with Mike, if we had a sure bet thing of making an artist big, for sure would have done that. But there's no correct.
There's no formula.
There's no formula. So sometimes you have to be very open-minded and have people who can see, visionaries. Like Mike is able to see very far.
Product.
Mike is very able to see his song. It will take this route. Let's run with it. In your team, and that's why again, it's very important. Even if it's consulting, I say have someone professional who you can consult with. And I've seen people who consult with Mike. I mean, of course, I don't know. We can't mention on them. We can't. But when they say, Mike, you want to do this?
I've recorded a song. I'm sending you the demo.
You listen. You tell me.
Tell me if it's a song we can do a video for or not. Basically, your opinion will count.
So the strategy is determined by the artist, the kind of music, the market you are in, and all that.
And also, just to add on that, previously, a few years back, songs were being pushed for 2 months, 3 months. By Nonsizi saying a lot has changed. Nowadays, you can't do that.
I saw someone remind me, is it DNA?
DNA. He was on CTA.
Yeah.
I'll say it in Swahili, we're going to translate. Tulikuwa tunakamua song.
One year.
Like 1 year you survive with the whole song as an art. Even he was saying it is a criminal offense. How do you survive with the whole song for a whole year?
Yeah.
And you call yourself an artist.
Crazy.
It used
to work. But now, you release one song in a year. Right?
You don't have a career.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Even if it's niche, you need to at least release music. Yeah.
Even early artists, they must keep...
because that's the product. And I usually compare music like taking your product to the market, the cabbage.
Yeah.
You can't say that you're going to take it once a year and that's it. Yeah.
Right.
And related to that, my point was, since a lot has changed, even the period within which a song is promoted has changed. So do you have like a time frame that?
Oh yeah, we do like 3 to 4 weeks.
3 to 4 weeks.
A month. Why do we do that? Because remember, I don't control media. Yeah. So planning. When we start planning, even the day we're going to release the song, I've already started making calls. So that you release a song, the media tour starts immediately. So you hit the road running. But remember, you're not the only one releasing music. Yeah. There are other 1,000 artists releasing music. You are all competing for this media. And in Kenya, we know they're not made.
Right.
Our media is small and it's even shrinking. Guys are really going to digital, right? So we cannot overlook the importance of traditional media. And that's as much as we are new media, Terrazzo, we still embrace
traditional media.
Yes. You know, so it again depends with your audience when you're going to put emphasis. So sometimes I want to call the top show and I'm being told we are booked for like 2 weeks. Can you bring him the other Friday? You see, now that's why we give it a span of 3 to 4 weeks. Yeah. If there's a spillover, then that's perfect because you're not the only one who is being played, who is being given slots. So after that, now you can focus on other things. And again, we're going to talk about that, and we'll talk about it when you're doing the marketing and the promotion, marketing. In terms of YouTube, do you let it grow organically? Sometimes it's good to let it grow organically to see what is the strength of your brand. It's okay, you deal with your 200 views, you ni growth. Again, it depends, but sometimes it's very good. Let that song grow organically because we are in an age of numbers, and you're going to talk about that. Where people want to rush and just get numbers. They might confuse you if you keep getting them in an unorganic way. It's I usually say it's good to have 200 organic people that you know. Right. But searching for others, marketing is not bad. Don't just buy views. There's a difference between the two. And we will come to that. So 3 to 4 weeks is fine.
Awesome.
Yes.
So if you're listening on Spotify and watching on YouTube and you're wondering, who is this lady? You know, spilling all this wisdom. Her name is Agnes Nonsizi, and she's an amazing music publicist. So, so she has a solution to all your music publicity or release problems.
Something I want to say before I forget. As I know an artist will wonder, cost-wise, it's very expensive to keep releasing. So let's say in an year you do 3 projects. Even give a minimum. Okay, I don't know about the dollar conversion right now. Let's say 150.
It's 150. Just work with 150.
You know, whatever amount of money, depending on the country you're watching from. So what I usually advise artists is bundle your projects together. So if you know, and that's why I say work with a vision. If you're going to record, with the top recording producer, Ihaji, Vicky Polis. At least do more than one song. Also, it's going to give you time because pushing a song is work. So I can tell you one thing. To work as a group.
Why are you spilling the beans?
We will come to the reason as to why your music career went.
Which is a good thing.
Yes, he was a musician. I never got to see him on stage as much as I did, but it's fine.
He actually.
My life when my career was dying.
I know. I thought this guy is the one who used to be the performer. I'm like, where?
But you know, he talked about that. He did. You know, and that's the reason why he's very passionate about working with musicians and ensuring that they succeed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Technically, it's I didn't have a mic in my life.
Yeah, you didn't have
an
a
artist, I didn't have a me.
Yeah.
So when it failed, I was very intentional in. I always go back as in what were we lacking and we really needed. Most of it that stood out was branding, publicity, and knowledge about the music business.
Yeah.
So basically, those are the things that any company that I've set up has come in to fill in that gap.
Yeah. So I was saying, record at least, lump them together, because if you go to a producer, don't go without a budget. Please, artists, stop telling not unless you're exchanging services. I always advise to pay for your projects. Please, if you pay somebody, they will put respect to whatever you are. Not unless they are wrong producers and we know them, but pay for if it's possible. Yeah, where you leverage and you talk about that, but record in bulk, because if you approach like Kihaji with bulk music, of course they're going to discount you. Yeah. And if you're talented, you've worked on yourself, and they will see fine. If you're going to record, I know, like if you watched Shusho, Christina Shusho, when she came back to this Shusho, there's this new Shusho that we are seeing. You could see those videos were recorded
back to back.
So get a director. So you're hiring the equipment for the same day. Block those, have people who will help you. Block that day, shoot back to back.
We even do 2 videos, even 3 in a day.
2 videos or 3 videos in a day.
Yeah.
That way, when you're pushing from this song to the next, you're not going to the drawing board again, starting thinking, okay, we are done pushing this one, which is the next song.
One. It's when you want to shoot.
Yeah. So you already know you have a product. If anything comes by, and it's a by the way project, Sijui, a collaboration, I don't know who is in the country, they've approached you, that will be just adjusting to your plan. Not that now this is the project you're dying for, and then now when the other person decides we are not releasing it, you're crashing. So that one will save you the cost. So strategy will depend with so many things. And like I said, be very open-minded.
I like.
Yes.
I like it.
That goes back to in our past episodes where we spoke about having a plan for the year.
Yes.
It's something we usually advise artists to have a plan. Basically what a plan is knowing how many songs am I releasing this year and when. And out of those songs, which ones will be released as videos. Basically when you have that plan, it's easier for you to, even when you're engaging a publicist, you know what is needed.
Even for budgeting. Because we know money in this industry, and I'm looking forward to the day that we have investors in our Kenyan music business. And that's why we're talking about labels, because labels come with the financial power, and I'm happy if labels come and they align. But if you're an independent artist, you can't afford to not plan, because planning will help you with budgeting. To know that if I paid for this, I'm going to throw this here, I'm planning this way.
Good stuff.
So that you don't get stuck. And even if you get stuck, someone as an investor comes and asks you, I have 1 million, where are we going to take it? You already have
a plan.
Because you have a plan.
Opportunity meets preparation. Let's talk about research and market research. What's the role? What role does market research play in a music release campaign?
It's everything. Market research is everything. I was telling my friend Carol the other day, my husband is the researcher that I do. He lives on. I come one day and I'm like, ayo, you sometimes you make me look like I don't take this. Data is everything, and knowing your shit is everything. You know? Because research helps you grow. One, as an artist, even as a publicist, it helps you know what strategy was applied by this, why did they work. There's nothing by sheer luck. There are those, and they are very few. They're very few. Majority of the brands that you see work outside here.
Strategy.
There was strategy that was put in. So even me as a publicist, I want to be in a position of knowing what did these publicists do to make this work. I was watching an interview with Aniko, and she was saying most people don't know. Like, I used to sleep overnight pushing Sauti Sol on social media, because that time she was even dabbling as their
social media manager.
So she was there pushing the song whole night. So you need to know what amount of work goes in there. Research, because today this journalist is in the Star, tomorrow they are
Daily Nation.
So you need to, like, nowadays, I know there's so many sites, and I need to subscribe to. Sometimes I get tired because they don't have anything to do with what, but I need to know who is writing what. Who moved where? Who became senior where? So that it keeps keeps you abreast with the industry.
Yeah.
Whether you're actively pursuing it or not. It keeps you. So you and research, even an artist. And I always tell them this. You and research need to be best friends. You and research, you need to know, even understanding the process of a publicist, because we have seen rogue people who are operating as publicists. There are other people who charge more than us, and I'm like, can you bring that money? You charge more than me, and they tell you, I will be a promoter, I will do this, and they vanish. They go missing. So you need even to know who are the legit publicists. And I always tell the artist, you are the employer. Me, I'm not. I've not employed you. You have employed everybody. So ask them all the questions. How are you going to know from research? Yeah. So research is everything. Yeah.
So this work, is amazing. It comes with its sparks, but it also comes with its challenges.
Yes.
So what are some of the challenges that you're like, oh my goodness, Well, yeah. And how did you overcome some of those challenges?
One. I don't control media.
Yeah.
What do you mean control media?
So,
Airplay?
No. Even slots. I can only call my friend Cynthia. Hey, Cynthia, I have this artist. Can you house them on Hot 96? If the slots are full, if they don't feel like the artist matches, with whatever they're doing, I have no control. So the one thing as a publicist you should do is have a very good relationship. And actually, they usually say your contact is your contact list. Is your
network is your network.
Yes. But again, it's not that contacts are nothing. It's
the relationship.
Someone came to me one day and I was very offended. I don't know why I was offended by them, but I've grown now. They're like, can you sell me by the Ninja user? I should have sold.
Can you sell me your contact?
I should have sold it.
Yeah.
I should have, because
first you're forgetting, they asked how much send me your red card for PR. And then I think he saw it's very expensive. And then he asked, are you able to sell me your contact?
I should have sold it, because you having Tuva's number
doesn't mean anything. Yeah.
Tuva will pick because he knows, first of all, Agnes will not bring me an artist who's not A-list.
Yeah.
They're going to be dependable. These artists will come on time. And you see, these are things that you ensure. So my relationship of 8 years and above is what Nakulia says.
That's why they charge.
That's why I am charging you. So the challenges are, one, I don't control the media time and all that. I will try my level best to give you that newspaper article, to talk to the editor. But if it fails, then you can only push too far. The other one is like the interviewer and the journalist. If they don't read and if they don't ask the right question, I only have
you cannot do as much.
Do too much. That's why when we are doing media training, we train the artist to take charge of the interview. Go there knowing, what do I want to sell? Am I selling this event? Is this a song? Is this fashion brand? What am I pushing? So that if the journalist does not seem to have done their research, you are able to
control the conversation.
And without showing them, hey, you don't know your job, because, but you're able to take that conversation. That's why we do media training, to be able to, artists, they can, because again, artists who are able to express themselves, it's a very good thing.
It's an asset on its own.
It's an asset. There are people who will be able to go and follow you after because of how they've had you express yourself. So whether you are an introvert or not, it's very advisable you know how to express yourself. And research. So because from there, you're going to spit other things. You can't afford to say things that are not in line with, Like the other day, I was like, hey, Jacktone knows about beef. I was like, I was so impressed. I was telling you guys are talking about, and I could vibe with that. And it shows you guys, your research, knowledgeable about, and it doesn't matter whether it's the local industry, whether it's whatever Beyonce is doing, it doesn't matter. So there are challenges when the interviewer, the journalist decide they don't want to do their job, or they feel a certain way towards your artist. You can't control that. So who can you control? Who are you in charge of? Your artist. So prepare them for such scenarios.
I really like that, So there's a theory in media. It's called the agenda setting theory.
Agenda setting theory.
So what it states is that the media sets the agenda. It determines what you think, how you think, and when you think about it. So that's why when they flash breaking news, Donald Trump is vying for 2024 elections, or breaking news, Banner Boy Fields, London Stadium, 80,000 people. I was privileged to be there.
Oh, really?
Just FYI.
Okay.
So, but anyway, so what you're saying is very important, because now as an artist, when you own that, you know, you kind of own the conversation, and you're able to set the tone of what people think about you and your brand and all that. So really, really good one. I love that.
Another challenge is of an artist. I know our time is. I don't know where we are, but an artist approaching you, but they don't really believe you're a professional. So you tell them, we are going to do this. I'd like us to do this. I've listened to you. I am a professional. I know. So then they still don't want to listen.
Yeah.
So why are you? Please be there on time. You come to it. The first interview you're late. The second one you're late. But now I knew how to deal with that. Sure. I have a master class. So I know if I'm told it's 10 a.m. and I know this artist struggles with time.
You say 8
a.m. I will
a.m.
tell them it's 8 or 9.
Yeah.
So that those 2 hours they're late, they come there at 10. But before I learned that. But of course it's very good to keep time. But what if they don't keep time?
Yeah.
You have to maintain a relationship with your journalist.
Yeah.
And
so you tell them,
when it fails to come on time, it's you.
It affects your relationship with them. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Next time they'll not give you an interview.
Yes.
Yeah, and if they get there too early and complain, this thing, it's okay. They're already there.
Yes, at least you can be able to handle when they're there. So there is that aspect as well. There's the aspect of people don't understand what a publicist does. So I'm very clear from the word go. This is what I'm going to do to your brand. This is what I can't do. So that we set the expectations right from the word go.
Yeah.
If the song has a certain strength, I will put it. If the video is maybe too, what do you call it? Too obscene. There are some
X-rated.
I will say, okay.
We won't get TV airplay. Literally,
even when it's being played, unless after 10. So we are going to look for shows that are after 10.
Yeah.
So you're able to, manage artists' expectations.
Yeah.
And of course, we now know how to deal with challenges of being robbed money, because we have been robbed money. That's a whole another. Yes.
Mixing friendship and business.
If I load my friendship, I'll pay 50%. Nowadays, you pay me 75%. 75% actually.
Yeah. Good.
And the other percentage is before the media tour is done.
Yeah.
Because there's usually a report that will be sent. Technically, it was something that was introduced to solve the problem. Publicity, you can't quantify it with like we brought 20 liters of water. You see, it's something that there's a report that will be sent, and that report has things that are highlighting in that you went to this number of stations. Yeah. And this station is watched by this number of people when it's peak, when it's off peak. So it's a technical report, which most of the time, if an artist has not been briefed in advance how PR is quantified, how publicity is quantified, they usually have a problem. Because there's an instance where we had even an artist stopping midway, pulling out, and asking, will I get my refund? I no longer want to do these interviews because I don't feel it's not relating with views. Because them, they thought when they go to 10 over 10 on Citizen,
the next
morning
day
when they wake up, they'll find their video has 20,000 views, which it doesn't work like that.
Right. So now, it's interesting because there are many different genres of music. Now there's amapiano, there's drill, there's reggae, there's dancehall, there's all manner. So Afrobeat, and Afrobeat is big. So how's a publicist? So how do you tailor approach, all these different genres?
So, like I said, my job as a publicist to link you to the media. Also, when you look at our media, our radio stations, our TV stations, there is how you can tell
the kind of
music they play.
And the audience that
we have niche music. There's a station that plays rock music. So depending on the genre of the song and the artist is doing at that time, of course, that is what you're going to put as
niche and mass market.
As priority.
That's how
niche and mass market.
It's not according to genre. It's according to if it's mass market music, if it's niche music.
So we know them often. You know the mass market and you know the niche, and that's now how you're going to roll. So again, now even in the niche, you narrow to specific shows. And again, it depends because I tell the artist, again, it depends with how many songs that you have. I think I forgot to mention that for you to bag an interview. And this is why. If you've gone to a TV interview or a radio interview, it's usually 1 hour. Roughly 45 minutes with adverts in between, right? So you have one song. Yeah. That song, one song is the one that is going to be played in that. Because again, it's very fair. If you're on the show, we play your music. Your songs, Yeah. I've seen people where they get mad, so it's, let's say it's Beyonce who is coming in and then Sijui, Adele song plays. It looks very awkward. Yeah. So I usually tell, that's why I advise the idea of bulk producing. So when you release this one, you do something different, you send the song to the radio station, and for 1 month you do, so at least you have a few, like 3 songs, so that you're able to get interviews. So if you don't have a lot of songs, I'm very limited to where I can be able to take you. So we are going to use other strategies of publicizing you. Or again, if you're coming now, at least come maybe with what do you call it, an EP. So that even if there's no video, at least you get advantage of radio, where at least they play, you know, sample your music. Yes, they sample your music. So for genres, like I said with Mike, it's mass or niche. And if it's niche, now we narrow down to the specific station that plays even the shows. Even the shows that are at daytime, the shows that are at night, the shows that you know with the engagement. I like that. I like that. So earlier on, you mentioned about you were very specific. Said, I would call Cynthia Mwangi and say, hey, I can get you a slot on Hot 96. So how do you build relationship with these media stations and personalities? Let me tell you for an upcoming publicist. By the way, we'll do a master class. For me, it was baptism by fire. I was not a publicist. If anything, I was working in the creative space. So I was doing everything. I was a receptionist. Agopa was my second job. I worked somewhere else before. With J Blessings was my first job as well. So especially Agopa, I was immersed into the whole production. How a video shot. I got to know everything. Until now, I went to a record label. Taurus Music. I think it still exists. That's when now I got to be baptized. I understand. So I remember my boss then saying, who was coming into the country, what do you call this guy who has done Skills, Fire Waste, I know that because of that song, Fire Waste. So Skills was coming into Kenya. The label was by a Nigerian, so they were bringing a lot of Nigerian artists, Patoranking. They publicized them a lot. So in fact, for me, my job was to get this Nigerian artist into the Kenyan media. I didn't start with Kenyan artists into the Kenyan media. So it was baptism by fire. So I remember him saying, that time Lilian Muli had a show. The one she used to sit down with an artist. I don't remember the name, but she had a show. I think it was on Friday. News time. Before I think Tell 10 came. So you remember the boss saying, I need skills on that show. I don't care what you need to do. I don't care who you you need to call. Let me tell you, the producer of that show, I'm not sure, he's called Alex right now. He produces seven. I think he was very senior. I called him until he was like, okay, fine, Agnes, you can't call me anymore. And this is some of these relationships were built from a point of my God. Me, I don't know. I'm desperate. I just did this show because I needed to secure my job. But bottom line, that is what a publicist does when you're beginning. And again, you have to look. That's aggressive. Professional. Yes. Someone tells you, let me tell you, if you tell me to call you tomorrow at 10, I will call you tomorrow at 10. So you don't give excuses. You told me to call you at 10. At 10. And I did. Even I remember Monique, who used to tell me he used to be at Hot 96. That's how we built that relationship. But again, what worked for me, I had quality artists. And they had great music. So it was not it was an issue of who is this girl? So the problem was all the artists, they don't know you. Who is this calling me all the time? Who is this Agnes? Why are you calling me all the time? And then they get to listen. And then you call them once, they call them twice. I'm like, oh, cool, it's Skills. And then you send them the link. Or like, oh, the artist is good. So and you take the artist. Had an advantage. I had good artists. Awesome. Della came into the picture. And then it became easier. It came there. So there's no formula of building a relationship. But you have to start somewhere. You have to start. You have to start somewhere. I love it. And again, own up, as in send quality things. If it's images, send quality images. If it's a press release, let's be clear. If it's the audio, what and again, carry a backup audio just in case they have not downloaded. Carry a backup audio. Send quality pictures. So your work is the what. If you're a publicist, arrive there before the artist.
It's always a must.
Allow the artist carry your ID. There are stations that are very specific with verification at the gate. It doesn't matter who you are at your known way. Tumekula nje. There's some places we have sat outside. And again, even how you look as a publicist, we're going to talk about that. It really does matter. It does. Of course, don't overshine the artist, but even if you do, look presentable.
Look the part.
Yes, look the part. All those things come to play.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So where also the looking the part comes in is also social media.
Hey.
What you present on social media. So where is the place of social media in music release? In publicity.
It's a 360 degrees.
Yeah.
I always tell and we always say this. You need to, when I see your socials and whatever is happening on TV, they need to go
concurrently. Yeah, relating to that, it's there are some artists who come, they pay for a media tour. You guys are creating a lot of content with them, photo, but when someone goes to their social, the last post was 7 days ago. So they are given even posters, even they can't share even the stories. So the music publicity, promotion, song release, they need to go hand in hand. By hand in hand, we mean digital, the media itself, and also now the airplay itself. When those things go hand in hand, they...
One cannot...
and we talked about consistency here. Remember?
In your brand.
We talked about
I've seen something today about consistency. Someone has said, where there's consistency, there's structure. So it's very important to build structures. Structures will bring consistency to your brand.
Because I'm wondering, if you're releasing music and today we come to your page, you're selling cabbages. Tomorrow you are in a children's home. The next
day there's an ongoing media.
Good stuff.
But are they linked?
But how are they linked to?
And you see, there's another thing. People say it will get 2 views. You don't know who is watching. People who have given me business, they don't comment on my page.
They don't.
People with money or people with whatever, they are people who observe. I know that I will go somewhere. Even the other day, I experienced that in a wedding. Oh, we saw you did this with this. I was like, oh, you did comment. There are people who will watch. And they will track your growth. And at one point, because you see people also need to buy into your vision, they will buy into you, especially for new artists. So even if it's you continue.
It's how consistent you are in pushing yourself, pushing your artist.
And even if you have a social media manager as an artist, please make it a point of knowing what's
going on. Log in, DM.
I know sometimes you're busy, but when you're off or whatever, check. Know what is going on. Don't say, I am managed. I can't even upload that. What if your social media manager somewhere there's no internet? I learned that with the Aladi. As much as she has a team that does that, at one point she's going to check what is going on.
Very important.
I love it. So let's wrap up this conversation. So you've employed all these amazing strategies on your music release. So how do you measure success on a music company as a publicist?
I will ask the artist, what do you term as success? Success is different to different people. That's why we started with the goals and awareness.
Was your goal to go to 20 stations?
Have you
If you go to 20 stations, you'll term this as a success.
You will term it as a success. So success to you, success to that person is different.
So do you establish that from the onset?
And
and say, hey, this is what exactly do you want? And this is what we're going to do for you. For example, for an artist from another country, we had Azawi, who we launched her in Kenya, and it was her rebrand. Amidst COVID in this country. And I remember then, even Chito started playing the song in Kiss and all that, and she became now known here. To us, that is success because we asked the label, what do you want to achieve with this artist? Now even when she comes here, she doesn't contact us because we already achieved. The same thing.
And that video tour was done virtually.
It was done virtually. It was amidst COVID. That's why I say strategies can change anytime.
Most of them they were on Zoom. KTN interviews.
During COVID.
On Zoom.
Awesome. Awesome. So Nonsizi, I know artists and just people living out here say it's a very difficult thing. Yeah. So as a publicist, you're dealing with human beings, you know, and when it even gets to the A-list level, some people become very proud.
Yeah.
They even want you to treat them as a celebrity. Yet you are working with them. You're part of the team who is making them shine.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with that?
Different people, different problems.
Yeah.
You will find an artist who is very big, but they don't put that move on you. I remember watching, listening to Amani's song the other day, which I shared on my social media with Radio and Weasel. It was called Kiboko Chan. We shot it way back. That thing, I was like a receptionist at Ogopa. But Radio and Weasel were very cooperative. I was like, are they these guys?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it is, like I said from the work, understand who you're dealing with. Because bottom line, you're supposed to bring the best out of this artist. Does making them feel important will make your work easier? I know it is the wrong advice, but it is your work to be easier. It's waking them up if the interview is at 4 a.m., it's telling them at 3 a.m. Do that, you know? Because if the cards were flipped, if you're on the same side, you're not also an easy person to do. Of course, have your non-negotiables. There are some that are, you know, like I've had very insulting people, artists who it becomes verbal, and they're, you know, it becomes, so you need to lay the ground rules, but understand each person is different. There's some people who don't want to be kept. Like I had an artist, if you tell them 10 they're there, don't keep me waiting. So that one you know how to deal with them. 10 they're there, and they enter the interview. So it is understanding who you have as an artist. And actually, I think Mike is the best to talk about that, because like me, I want to do a project and then I'm over. I'm like, I can't deal with you more than a month. When you see Publicist, we deal with you for a short time. Project per project. Manager, it's a lifetime. It's a marriage. There's a big artist person like, have they married you? Are you the one who is married to them, or I'm married to you? You get what I mean? So managing, if you can
managing personalities.
And Mike is very good at that. So
work on it.
So last thing, you've done quite a number of really good campaigns. So which one is your most memorable? Like this one, you're like, wow, this release, this was the best.
Kind of many. But of course,
let's start with the 2016.
Otile. Yeah, I remember Otile came to us when they had just, I think, split with the other label. They were working with the other person.
Dreamland.
Yes, his YouTube channel is down. So we released.
It was deleted.
We created that YouTube channel from scratch, and then of course, you know, there was a lot of questions coming in, calling Mona, because that was the first label that ever worked with him since he was Otile, you know. So there was a lot of questions, speculations. I remember I was the one who was receiving those calls. Like when he gets out and we release the music, he'll be able to address this. So please be patient. And because I had built a relationship with these people, they could really understand. Because I wasn't allowed to speak. So that, and then we released four of his
first videos. And it was very instrumental because basically he was like starting afresh. It was introducing him afresh, and it was a good thing to him because it was new. In the previous management, he had not done that in the sense of getting proper media training, being able to introduce a song, going for full media to work. So, and the good thing is those first 4 projects, they brought him back. So we termed that as a successful one.
Guardian Angel. Nadeka. It was, that
was huge.
It was huge. And for him, is an artist who gets a hang of things very fast, and it became, because again, if you get an artist who you guys align, it becomes very easy to run. Of course, we've done Azawi during COVID.
We have King Kaka's album launch, which we
Islando.
Which was
that one especially. I did it when I was in Ghana. I remember because I had gone for Afrima Awards, and I was so conflicted because I was like, okay, I am the lead publicist, but here I am going. But things rang very, and he's one artist who keeps time. Amazing, yes.
You'll always find
he made it very easy for me.
At the station.
And you know, when I last with him, communicated, he will keep tight.
I like that.
Very
professional.
Yes, very professional.
Yeah,
very professional. So that worked.
We have a tour album by Arboy, 2019.
Yeah.
Also,
just before
the rollout was really nice.
Yeah, at our album launch, that one was good. And also our first ever project, I mean, Banibeka.
Yeah.
Well, it was our first ever project.
I don't want to ask where they went.
I know. I'm like, I of course, because there were two and they were young, and there was whatever happened, and I know Becky's in Poland. Yeah, but
she's in the voice of Poland.
Those girls were welcomed very well.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and we had structures. We had other people who are behind the scenes who are making things very easy. These girls were talented. They were welcomed well. As much as they're not together right now as a group, like actively, because I don't know if there's a chance of them getting back together.
Yeah.
That for me was our ever first project as Terrazzo.
Yeah.
Ever. So our maiden project did very well, and I'm always proud of what we did. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
We'll keep the conversation going.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We can't finish.
We can't finish.
There's
a lot to talk about.
Finish.
But I want to say thank you so much for joining us today. I'm really grateful, and I will definitely have you.
It's very interesting because I've not had music conversations in a long time. Even the other day I was asking myself, what do I do best? I'm like, it's music. And I'm sort of on a break because it can also exhaust you. But I'm like, it's ingrained in my DNA, and I love it.
So this is your home. Anytime.
Yeah.
So any conversation about music, and this is a place to be, KUZA MZIKI, where you be better, be smarter, and be smarter. And you can find us on Spotify, on YouTube. Share it everywhere. Share it with everyone. Let them know that this is a place where we talk about music business. But if you want to reach out for help regarding music business, Terrazzo Media is your go-to company.
Terrazzo Media across all social media platforms. We have our website, terrazzomedia.com.
Good
stuff.
Nonsizi is here to take up your project and push.
Yes.
There you go.
Also in the video you can follow your Nonsizi Agnes. You feel like you're not out of your place.
You didn't say that.
You know that I'm sure they'll follow you.
At
Nonsizi Agnes, yes. We're not very many. Right.
And powered by Bamba Studio as well. We have Raphael here and Frank, amazing guys, on the camera and who do all the editing. And the production. So I want to say thank you for this guys because they make us look good, man. We look good, but there are people behind the scenes who are doing all the crazy work. So a big thank you and shout out to you guys. So you can reach out to Bamba Studios if you want a documentary, live streaming, any media production work, they're the place. And last but not least, we want to say thank you to Rim Studios. This amazing and beautiful facility and space is where we shoot our episodes. This podcast is Rim Studios. If you are looking for a place to do your individual, couple, family shoot, this is the place. And if you also want to record your podcast, this is the amazing facility where you can do that. So thank you very much for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll see you and catch you on the next episode. Remember, KUZA MZIKI, be smarter, be better.